Welcome back to Tiny Blue Games. My name's of course Csaw or Chris, and today we're playing Final Fantasy XIV in 2023. Today we are checking out the job quests in ShadowBringers. But yeah, first off, it's been a while since we've done a video of any type. Usually I've liked to do a mix of videos and streams on this channel, but just with what I've wanted to do in game, which has mostly been the MSQ for ShadowBringers, as well as the story of the new Guild Wars 2 expansion, we've kind of defaulted to streams a lot in the last few months. And I thought it would be a good idea to do a video. I was wondering what kind of video I wanted to do for Final Fantasy XIV. Typically, these are kind of like side quests or, non-essential dungeons and stuff like that I do. But I thought one of the good things we could do for ShadowBringers was doing the job quests, or in this case, actually class or role quests, I guess. The ones we would be doing to start would be for the tank, as that is what we are rolling this expansion, this patch, this session of the game. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll check out the quests, and we'll do it in a bit of a series, likely, trying to keep each video within that 15 to 30 minute mark so that we're not making these marathon videos, and then just kind of go through it as we can alongside some streams. But yeah, let's dive into it. I think this is the quest. What is it called? The Man with Too Many Scars. And that makes sense as a tank, doesn't it? That you'd have a lot of scars. So let's see what Grandson has to say. Just staring at each other. Can't say I've chatted with you before. I think I'd remember if I had. Seen your fair share of fighting, have you? Just a little nod. And wary besides, eh? Rest assured, I have no secret designs. Name's Grandson. Bounty hunter by trade, mostly sin-eaters. When I first laid eyes on you, I had a feeling you were a tough bastard. The sort that must get mistaken for that warrior of darkness folks have been talking about recently. That right? It's funny, because we are the warrior of darkness. So, he's pretty on point with that. Easy killer. I couldn't care less who you are or what you've done. The only thing I'm looking for these days is a like-minded partner. Someone willing to join me in the hunt for the biggest prize this side of Norvant. Prize, you say? I'd hear the details first. Probably the details first. I'm a cautious tank. Don't go jumping in without knowing exactly what I'm pulling. Oh, we get a little slideshow here. Thought that grab your attention? Dickinson's the fiend that I'm after. One of the so-called cardinal virtues, my goodness, as folks are wont to call them. Former warriors of light, the esteemed heroes who saved the realm a century ago. Dear old Brandon was one of them, I'm told. Stop me if you've already heard this before. Anyways, like his comrades, Brandon died in the process, only to return relatively recently as a sin-eater, the better to torment we few who survived their mercy. Needless to say, I aim to put an end to all that. He doesn't look so tough. You've heard the pitch, so what's the answer? You interested in hunting Dickinson with me? Let's do it. Not a whit of hesitation. I like you, sinner. Nevertheless, I'll need you to humor me and prove you're a dab hand I think you are, for my sake as well as yours. I've heard reports of stray eaters drifting close to the Crystarium. Come with me and put my mind at ease. Of course there's some prelude that's a little bit, probably just some warm-up quests. All right, where are we going? Oh, it is literally just outside here. It's probably quick to just walk, although we can't mount. Where do we want to go? Probably just to the center here. Or just gonna pay the 70 gil. This this fellow in front of us is having a good old time jumping around. Look at him go. All right. Some people are just having a good night tonight, eh? There you are. Very good. The Sin Eaters were sighted west of the Censer Gate, so we'll need to head through there before we begin our search. Oh, and if you happen to have any objection to killing Eaters for sport, remember that many were once innocent people. You'll be you'll be doing them a favor, putting them out of their misery. Man, this is a dark story. All right, like it's a whole tone dark. Well, I don't know. I mean, what, we were trying to get people back their homeland in like the last expansion. I don't know. That's dark in its own right. Ugh, are we gonna be able to get up here or not so much? No, we're good. Sweet. All right, this time it is the destination. Our pet is out and ready to go. I think we're ready to jump in here. Oh, of course we aggro a tree out of nowhere. But as a tank, we should be good to go. Oh, let's still get out of that. Yeah, let's lay down a little bit of... There we go. Alright, onto the tree. The one thing we didn't actually need to pull alongside any of this. But here we are. The combo heal on number 3, like in the combo, is really nice. Like some pretty good heals from it. Alright, Soul Eaters and a tree as bonus. Let's turn these in. Good clean work. This is clearly not your first time. Let's do this once more just to confirm it wasn't a fluke though. Besides, the world could do with less Sin Eaters. Follow me, it should be much further. Alright, let's see if we can grab ourselves... Wait, where... I mean, it's not close, is it? Though we could go to the fort here. Oh, I'm not attuned? What a joke. I mean, really, it's my own fault. I'm gonna, like, probably go right past here and not attune again. It's a future Seesaw problem. It's always the case, isn't it? At least we're, like, high enough level that we're not pulling everything. Now, my like, questions really for this, you know, are there the same amount of quests? Like, for job quests, you typically had one maybe every couple levels for most expansions, I'm trying to think now. Is that the same cadence, I wonder, for role quests? Or because they're only doing the 4 roles versus, like, all the jobs, is it, like, more quests? I'm interested to compare it, because it's a pretty interesting design choice. And it makes a lot of sense, especially since they keep adding additional jobs, most of these expansions. They kind of needed to do something. They wouldn't just keep adding them, I doubt. All right, let's see if we can do this without pulling any extras. Oh man, this thing wants to get pulled. You can see it just working its way towards us. No, we're good. All right, just one, we can do this. Although the scorpion's hitting a fair bit for just being one mob. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. You're exactly the sort of man I've been looking for. And thank the gods for that. My apologies for subjecting you to such a silly test, but I'd rather not have an amateur's death on my conscience. Let's head back to the Wandering Stairs and make this official, shall we? All right, is that back to the place we met him? No, it's... Oh, no, it is. Yeah, it's back in there. Okay. Let's... Come on. There we go. Now, I wonder, like, how we actually bounty hunt. Like, is it, like, is it going to be the same thing where we just go survey somewhere and we find the person? Or is it, like, an actual instance? So, just to make sure you're still keen on our arrangements, Csaw, will you join me and hunt the dread fiend Dickinson and put an end to his accursed existence? Excellent, then it's settled. Now, every hunt begins with an investigation, and ours is no exception. Dickinson can be a rather difficult leader to pin down. But before we commence ours, we would do well to attend to our respective preparations. Let me know when you're ready to proceed. All right. What kind of preparations do we got to do? Shaped by strategy. All set to embark on the great hunt, Csaw. Then let us be about it. Before you ask, I've no intention of leading us into the wilds without even an inkling of Dickinson's whereabouts. Novrunt may not be a particularly large realm, even before the flood, but it would take us a dozen lifetimes to scour every nook and cranny. So we'll start by asking around a place I know for a fact Dickinson has attacked before, the village of Wright on Cloasia. While I don't have reason to believe he will return, I'd like to think that the survivors might know something of value. After all, you can be sure that they haven't forgotten the day the bastard came through. So let us be off then. I actually don't know off the top of my head where that is. Do we have... Nice, we can go right to it. That's kind of the nice thing about waiting a moment to do these quests, I guess, is that we have a bit of the world explored. So let's just go right over. Look at that. That was quick. Wow, this is such a beautiful map. Wow. All right. Welcome to Wright. I reckon it might not seem like much to you, but to me, never mind. I have to save that conversation for after. Tracking down Dickinson is what matters right now. Let's split up and ask after the bastard. Better odds of turning up useful information that way, I'd wager. All right. I'm guessing we're just asking some townsfolk. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So we should have someone over by this house. Yeah. The noise? Oh wait, which one of these? Villager of Woe. Is this a different quest? Curious. Ah, what? What do you want with me? The Sin Eater, the one that came and killed everyone. Oh gods, is he here? Then why are you talking about him? Oh, I knew I should have stayed inside. There's nothing but death out here. Death and horror and eaters and ga ga ga. Wow, that was cheery. Is this... Yeah, I think that's another quest down there, so we're gonna leave it. I think this is who we want to chat with. Nope. Although they do have an ether current for us. Alright. Yeah, perfect. Huh? Where did you come from, and what do you want from me? Dickinson? The thrice damned eater that's the spitting image of Galgant Knight? That Dickinson? I can't help you. All I know is that when he came, he... Wicked White, if you had seen the carnage, you would... I'm sorry, I can't talk about this. Alright, so everyone's pretty shook up about it from the looks of it. Let's see if our friend turned up anything, or if he's just been sitting somewhere. Oh my god, this fence is gonna be the... Alright, we did it. Just up over here, like, almost like he didn't go anywhere. Oh, we do get a bit of a cutscene though. Let's see. Well, learned anything worth sharing? No. I wish I could say I'm surprised, but I'm not. What we saw that day, what he did to us, there's no moving on from that. What exactly happened here? Your connection to the villa? Oh yeah, what's your connection? Like, obviously he lived here or something. Well, I was planning to tell you the whole story eventually, but I suppose now is as good a time as any. Oh, we get a little flashback. I was born and raised in Wright. Lacking any real prospects, I eked out a living as a hunter. Might have tried my hand at something more exciting had I not also been trying to provide for the love of my life, Melinda. I feel like being a hunter is pretty exciting. It was about a year ago that she accepted a commission from this Ilmurian trader. Bloke dealt mostly in antiques, and he had this bracelet in need of restoration. She's 100% gonna die in this story. Bloody old with a questionable provenance, but supposedly it once belonged to royalty or some such. The Fangs of Orthus, they called it. Me and Erd be talking about tying the proverbial knot, buying land, building a home, and that sort of thing. Around here, that might not take much, but it still was a lot more than we had. So when the trader made his offer, she didn't hesitate to say yes. I'd gone down to the shipyards to pick up extra tools and materials she'd need for the work. Quite quality stuff, but I'd pay for it. But it would pay for itself 10 times over. But when I got back to Wright, Dickinson had been busy. I spied at least a dozen newborn eaters fluttering about, trying to make sense of their new lot. The grandmother who lived next door and shared the fruits of her orchard with us. The gruff woodsman who'd brought firewood to our doorstep in the dead of winter, both of them reduced to mindless fiends, just like that. There wasn't time to mourn or to think. I started looking for Melinda. And then there she was, alive and well. Our eyes met. She knew it was going to be all right. We reached each other, and even now, a year later, it doesn't feel real. One moment she was there, right there in front of me, and the next she was. Dickinson knelt and took the Fangs of Orthus, then left, leading a host of sin eaters out of Wright. But Melinda, I still couldn't see her as anything else. She wouldn't budge. She just hovered there and stared, waiting for me to end it. Well, I could never say no to her. Not once in the years we'd been together. For all the time she'd welcome me home with a bowl of hot stew, all the time she laughed at my crude jokes, gave me counsel when I was losing my way. For all the time, for all that and more, I killed her. Oh my goodness. I swore then and there that I'd have my vengeance. Dickinson would die by my hand. So he's got quite a personal story to this. I carved the scars in my flesh to mirror the ones he left on my soul, an enduring reminder of the vow that I never dare stray from the path. There, all done. No need to wallow in it. Wouldn't want my tragic yet trite tale to put you off our hunt. Still, with me to the end, sinner? That's the spirit. Still, I've some unfinished business here, so if you could give me a moment before we resume, I would be most grateful. All right, and I think that's probably the end of the very first chapter, since it looks like the next quest starts at 74. And just to make each of these segments be kind of the same length as we are reading out the quests and stuff like that, I think we'll pause it here, and then we'll do the next one in another video segment, and we'll kind of release these alongside the streams to give a bit of a different story tangent. It's always really nice, I find, when doing MMOs of any sort, to have a few different projects on the go, so that if you're not quite feeling like doing the one thing you do in the game, you can hop in and do the other. But thanks so much for watching, everyone. Again, I do apologize for not having a ton of videos in the last little bit, but hopefully I'm able to add some more videos to go alongside our streams. But of course, I do want to continue the streams, continue the MSQ for Final Fantasy, and continue our way through the Guild Wars 2 expansion. But thanks for watching, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, bye.